Tim Skoglin here. We're out at the Santa Luz Country Club on a beautiful afternoon with Craig Sewing, host of the Craig Sewing Show on the radio and the American Dream on TV. We had a guest, Kelly Collins Allred, our membership director at Santa Luz. And Craig had mentioned that people that have homes and cars on the right side of the fairway might be in danger if he's out playing golf. So it gave me an idea. Why not gather the expertise of our good friend Tina Mickelson to help Craig secure the sewing slice. Here we go.
Pretend I'm asking you to pass me the head of the club. How do you do that? You just turn and pass the head of the club. From the top, I want you to feel like you're just dropping the arms and turning. And what that's going to do is incorporate some nice, smooth tempo and timing. Now just turn and pass me the club. Okay, good. Feel like you are just dropping the arms instead of trying to hit the ball. Nice.
So the first time in American Dream history, I have lost my coat, lost the tie, which I don't wear very often. And we brought in Tim Skoglin out of North County, our real estate elite, and Tina Mickelson, who has improved my golf game. So thank you for coming here. So let's talk about these lessons. So first thing I got to say, the first thing that Tina said on my very first swing, do you remember what it was?
Ouch.
She goes, oh my. She goes, oh my. I'm like, oh, that's not good. Because I could have shanked it harder. I think we defined it on the course as the sewing shank.
Yeah.
But a slice is better than a shank. We learned that.
We don't use that shank word.
Yes.
But we got rid of the slice on that day as well. So let's talk about the lessons. Let's educate some people here on what we did.
Well, the golf swing can be very counterintuitive. We're taught that the harder you work, the more effort and energy you put into something, the better. But in the golf swing, that's not necessarily true. And so many people try to hit the ball instead of allow the club to swing. And so what you were doing is your arms were very, very tense and you were trying to hit the ball. And when you allowed yourself to relax a little bit and just let the club swing is when you started to hit it really well. And that kind of carries over into life as well, because a lot of times we try to force things way too much.
Life lessons here today as well.
It transfers very well.
Well, I'm guilty of that more than anybody. I think people have heard that about golf before, but I'm a former baseball player, and I come in. One of the first things you told me is that I'm reaching out here and I've got a death grip on the club.
Right.
And if you saw in that video, all you're having me do is just lift the club up. Right, and swing the arms through, and straighten it right out.
And a lot of people can fix the swing without having to think of mechanics. So when you think of turn and pass me the club, you're not thinking of lower body turning and my shoulders and left shoulder under the chin. You're thinking of passing someone the club, and that helps you get over being too in your head in the swing.
Well, I haven't been able to get out on the course yet. So the next question I have to ask is, how do you get it to stick? Because everybody has that in golf. It's the most curious game, where you can come out, par a few holes, you think you're a pro, and then the wheels come off. So how do you take a great golf lesson and make it stick?
The best thing you can do is practice until you're comfortable on the practice tee or the driving range.
Oh, I thought maybe we could just get you to come out with us every time we play.
I'm for that too. But if I'm not there, then once you're comfortable with the swing change, you take it out on the course. Sure, a lot changes once you get out on the course, because you can't just throw another ball down and hit another one if you don't hit it great. So you just try to focus on what you're doing in the golf swing and take the emphasis off of where the ball is going. We put a lot of emphasis on the results. If you can just detach yourself from the outcome and worry about your swing, after that, it's not up to you.
Well, you know what else helped? You actually let me use your clubs. So I got to swing some beautiful Callaways. They felt good in the hand, and I was crushing it.
Aren't they the best?
I think the club helped.
You know what? It really does. It really does. A lot of times I'll give somebody a lesson and they've got 10-year-old golf clubs, and I don't want to sound like a salesman, but you really need to take advantage of all the new technology that's out there, because if you don't, you are a step behind someone you might be playing in a match play event
And
with.
Tim just won a big golf tourney out there at Santa Luz. Great course. Got the hat on today, so congratulations on your big win. Made some money on that as well. We won't disclose how much. You don't have to pay tax on it. But you do a lot of your business up there in Santa Luz, and it's important that people on your team or even the wife knows that, hey, when you go on a golf course, it's not necessarily just for fun, even though it is fun. It is a great mix of business. So tell us how you do that at Santa Luz.
It is. I mean, I think golf is a wonderful way to get to know people and to build relationships. We're in a society now where everything is happening so fast. With cell phones and computers, and everything's coming at you. And building relationships takes time. And what better way that through a sport where trust and honesty, and you're in control of calling yourself out for a penalty. Seeing how somebody reacts to pressure, seeing how they handle winning and losing, paying somebody a bet that you own that you. So there's a lot of things that you learn very quickly. And we look at other business people, we look at our presidents that have played golf, we look at someone like Alice Cooper, rock legend, suffered from alcoholism and got hooked on golf, and he's been able to stay clean and sober.
Well, the cool thing about it is you can play it till the day you die, for the most part, right? I mean, you can play it at any age, so you should pick it up even now if you feel like you've gone too far. My dad didn't pick it up till he was in his 40s because he thought I was about chasing a ball through a cow pasture, and now he plays, gets out there with my mom, retires. It's a really cool deal.
Great.
It's funny that you say that too, because we talk a lot about real estate on this show, and in past radio shows you've talked about Zillow and Trulia, and these have become resources for people to get information from. But you have to remember, real estate is a relationship business, not only with you and a potential client, but you with other real estate professionals. Because the more that you know people at the marketplace, the better it is to get your offers accepted, to have smooth transactions. So I don't know anything that illustrates that better than golf.
We
even had an article here from The Economist that did a study on this thing here, which we'll hopefully pull up on screen, but we can certainly put on your website.
And they just talked a little bit about same things I just kind of reiterated. Getting to know somebody, building relationships, seeing who's trustworthy. And there were stats that you'll see in the article if you read it and look at it that showed that women that play golf in business earn 17% more than women who don't. So it just shows the importance of building relationships, getting to know people, being in a setting. I mean, you're in the best real estate in the world when you're on a golf course. It couldn't be prettier. And to have a day where you're outside and you're free of distraction and able to focus and really get to know somebody is
and not a bad place to do it. Santa Luz. So Tina, you're a golf pro here. You help give lessons to women primarily, correct?
Both men and women, but what we find is our new members who are women are reluctant to get out there because they're very intimidated by not just the game, but doing everything right out on the golf course, and they feel a lot better if they have other women to go out with. But how do you get them to know each other? Well, we do clinics out there, but then after the clinic, which is primarily golf instruction and it's not social, then we do have a social element right after the clinic. So
it's a gorgeous
getting to know
course.
each other.
I mean, I went to a wedding out there recently. It was a great place for that. It's a great course. I got to tell you your lesson. I'm not just blowing smoke here. I paid for lessons last year. And the guy didn't pay that much attention. He was kind of all over the map. I learned more in 20 minutes with you than I learned in several lessons with this other guy. I won't name him here, but so you were very helpful for me. So men, I'm not kidding you, connect with Tina as well.
Thank you.
And of course, there's always this gorgeous real estate, which Tim Skoglin, you can help people on that front. Man, there's some crazy homes on that course.
We've got a good mix. We have everything from small casitas to a 17,000, 18,000 square foot home that takes up 2 lots. So everything in between. But yeah, great.
Here's the guy you call, not just for Santa Luz properties, but all in North County, is our real estate elite.
Thank you.
Tina, allow me to do something for you. I know you have a charity that you're very much in support of. You did so much for me. Let's hear about your charity.
I have a deep affection for Fresh Start Surgical Gifts. Been with them going on 25 years now.
Oh, wow.
And it is a charity that has partnered with Rady Children's Hospital to do surgeries for children who can't afford the cosmetic surgeries, cleft lip, cleft palate, a lot of facial deformities, so that these kids can go out into the world with confidence and knowing that they're not going to be made fun of, and to see the transformation in personalities of these kids who would never even look you in the eye when they first meet you, and you can just tell they're in this little shell, to just become this full functioning person is beautiful to see. And there was a little boy when I first started with Fresh Start who swore that because of what the difference he's seen in his life, he said, I'm going to come back and be a doctor for Fresh Start. And he is in his 3rd year of medical school in Mexico City, and he will come back and give back to these kids. And so it's something that is dear to my heart, and what I love about it is the fact that every dollar you give to Fresh Start goes directly to the kids, because they have partitioned off a portion already for salaries and overhead and everything. So what you donate goes to the kids, and I think in this day and age with the economy the way it is, you want to know your dollar is going directly to that charity that you support.
Yeah, and a lot of charities, they don't work that way, unfortunately. Exactly. So that's a great charity for us to support. If you go to freshstart.org, is that the right website?
Freshstart.org.
Okay, and I think we've put it on the screen for you, freshstart.org. Freshstart.org. You can learn more about it, certainly help Tina's charity out. I would love to support in any way that I can as well.
Thank you.
You've certainly supported my golf game. I will be winning more bets, and everything can go towards that. So, Tina, thanks for coming in here. Thanks for letting me swing these Callaways. Tim,
always
appreciate the lessons that I got, and of course,
this was fun.
One day maybe I'll be buying a house here, but if not anytime soon, I know that there's a lot of people who are interested in what's happening in the North County marketplace. Tim Skoglin, he is our real estate elite, doing a lot of incredible things up there, and certainly can mix a little bit of pleasure into it all as well as you play some golf.
It's been great to help you and certainly support Tina and what she's doing, and have her be able to talk a little bit about her role in the community and all. So it's been great.
Cool. Well, fun finish of the show. Thanks.